Mario Cole and Commander Al Salinas. Commander Cole is Commander of Patrol and Commander Salinas as Investigative Commander. In addition to confirmation of commanders, I respectfully request the swearing in of 4 additional promotions. 2 promotions from the rank of Sergeant to Lieutenant and 2 promotions from Patrolman to Sergeant. I first present before City Council Commander Al Salinas. Commander Salinas has been a lifelong resident of the city of Chicago Heights. He attended both School District 170 and 206. After high school, Commander Salinas served in the United States Navy. After completing his service to our country, Commander Salinas attended and graduated Prairie State College and Governor State University. Commander Salinas is a 26-year veteran of the Chicago Heights Police Department and has served in the Patrol Division, Community Policing, and Detective Divisions. During these assignments, Commander Salinas has worked jointly with the DEA, FBI, ATF, and the South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force. After his promotion to Sergeant, Commander Salinas supervised members of the patrol. Commander Cole is a 29-year police veteran currently working in his 25th year at the Chicago Heights Police Department. Commander Cole was hired on January 12, 1998 as a patrolman and was transferred to the Community Policing Unit in June of 1999. In January 2000, Commander Cole was promoted to the Narcotics Division, where he worked as a narcotic detective for 11 years. In August of 2011, Commander Cole was reassigned to the Detective Division, where he remained until his promotion to Sergeant in 2016. Commander Cole spent time in both Patrol and Detective Division as a Sergeant until his promotion to Lieutenant in March of 2020. Lieutenant Stacy began his career in Chicago Heights Police Department in January 1997. Lieutenant Stacy has served in the Patrol Division, Accident Investigation Unit, Special Operations Unit, Narcotics Unit, Crime Prevention Unit, and Community Policing Unit. Lieutenant Stacy was promoted to Sergeant in May 2020, where he remained until his promotion to Lieutenant on September 1st, 2023. Lieutenant Stacy holds a bachelor's and master's degree in criminal justice. Lieutenant Stacy is assigned to the First Watch of the Patrol Division. I now present Lieutenant Nicholas Gudati. Program in 1995 and participated in that program until the age of 21. Lieutenant Gudati began his career in October of 2005, where he was assigned to the Patrol Division. Lieutenant Gudati has served as a patrol officer, field training officer, special operations officer, and detective. During his time in detectives, Lieutenant Gudati served on the South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force and the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, investigating child pornography and human trafficking. In September of 2019, Lieutenant Gudati was promoted to the rank of Sergeant. As a Sergeant, Lieutenant Gudati was assigned to both Patrol and Detective Division. In September of 2020, Lieutenant Gudati was promoted to Sergeant of Investigations. On September 1st, 2023, Lieutenant Gudati was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant and given the command of the 3rd Watch Patrol Division. I now present Sergeant Pete Visvardis. Policeman since 2006, beginning his career in South Chicago Heights. In 2013, Sergeant Visvardis began his career with the Chicago Heights Police Department. During his time at the Chicago Heights Police Department, Sergeant Visvardis has served as a patrolman, field training officer, and narcotics detective. Sergeant Visvardis is a Chicago Heights resident where he lives with his wife Lisa and daughter Juliana. Lastly, I present Sergeant James Hibbs. Sergeant James Hibbs is a 2nd generation, 8-year veteran of the Chicago Heights Police Department. Sergeant Hibbs previously worked in the Patrol Division as a patrol officer, where he now serves in the Patrol Division as a shift supervisor. Sergeant Hibbs majored in criminal justice at American Military University, where he obtained a bachelor's degree of arts. Sergeant Hibbs not only serves the city of Chicago Heights, but continues his service to the nation as an active Army Reservist non-commissioned officer. In addition, Sergeant Hibbs is an active member of the South Suburban Emergency Response Team, where he holds the position of Assistant Team Leader. Sergeant Hibbs will continue to serve the citizens of Chicago Heights and those throughout the suburbs for years to come. Mayor Gonzalez and City Council, I present to you these Chicago Heights police officers for appointment and or promotion into their new positions as described.
Thank you, Superintendent Gaynor. This time we're going to ask the clerk to come and administer the oath to these officers.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. Stacy, Nicholas Guadati, Petros Viscardas, and James Hicks. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois. And I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Commander, Lieutenant, Sergeant. City of Chicago Heights Police Department. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
I'm proud of you
officers, well-deserved
for
promotion.
everything you accomplished up to this point,
I know that you spent
for
a lot
every
of time
battle
here
you
at
ever
the
faced.
police department.
Even if you
thank all
didn't
those
win,
families that
I'm proud of
allow you to come and do that job. I know that
I
you
just wanted you to know that. I don't say this to belittle you or undermine what you've done. I say it because sometimes we need to hear that in our lives. It can be challenging going at it alone, feeling like no one has your back, knowing that those you're doing it for don't support you. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of who you are and of who you're trying to become. Some may have never heard the words spoken, but that doesn't make them any less true. I'm proud of the effort you're putting in and for what you're trying to do. Doesn't matter whether or not you've been successful. Doesn't matter that you're not perfect. You're still trying. Against all odds, you keep getting up every morning and giving it your best. Even though you're not where you want to be in life, you still try. And that mentality will push you farther than anything else ever could. To keep taking those steps when there's nothing but obstacles in your way, that is something to be proud of. To keep pushing on, even when you feel like the world is tearing you down, that is a true test of character. You should be proud of how far you've come. You know where you started, and you know what it took to get to this point. And don't you dare downplay your achievements. Everything you had